Hi, Paul here. Welcome to episode 4 of building a Group B rally replica in southeast Michigan. If you've been paying attention, you may recall in the last episode we were focusing on getting the engine in the car and also getting it on its wheels, not necessarily in that order. So we got off to a good start by installing the clutch master cylinder and the steering column, which admittedly are not necessarily needed to get the engine running or even the car on the ground, but they're a lot easier to install without the engine in the engine bay, so we thought we'd focus on them. Could be argued that if we do get the car on the ground, the steering column might be useful for moving it around and maybe steering it around so we don't push it into walls and things. Also part of the easier than now list is the brake lines in the engine bay, and also the bulkhead connectors in the engine bay. Once we started on the brake lines though, we kind of got carried away and just continued all the way through the car. It's nice to get things checked off, so now the brake lines are all done.
Right.
We also managed to justify installing the wiring in the trunk because we thought it might be easier to do before the fuel tank went in. Fuel tank we probably need to run the engine, so that was an easy justification. So this naturally led us to installing the fuel tank, and then after that the battery wiring. but we had to make most of the battery wiring before we could install it.
Action!
All right.
Let's just see where.
Oh, it doesn't weigh anything.
No, it's not
obviously-
heavy. It's just. I think we have to go in neck first.
Probably.
That's going. What's stopping it now?
The floor. Oh, I'm hitting back here. So the tank is. Oh wow. Okay, you have to go that way. It's going through the hole.
The next thing on our getting the car on its wheels list was to install the suspension. We started with the springs because we'd seen on some of the works cars that they painted the springs white. So of course we thought we had to do that too. We didn't use paint though, or powder coating. We thought we'd try Plastidip, which is basically spray-on vinyl coating. Maybe you're familiar with it. We've had a lot of success with it before, although it seems like it shouldn't work. It is very flexible, so it won't crack when the springs compress. The other advantage is if it doesn't work or we don't like it, we can always just peel it off, at least in theory. Of course, once the springs were Plastidip and white, we had to assemble all the struts and then pull out the suspension components from our many parts boxes and start bolting them to the car. So getting the suspension on the car left just one item to install, the lug studs. Okay, maybe 2 items if you count the wheels, or perhaps that's 44 items. Math was never our strong suit. So at least in theory, our car is now ready to trundle around the shop if we put it on the floor. Right now we don't have any reason to move it, but you never know, I might just take it for a walk and get it used to being mobile. We'll see. Maybe in the next episode we'll get the engine running. Meanwhile, enjoy the wheel porn. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe and like, etc. And also leave some comments if you have any questions. We'd love to hear what you think about that build. Thanks for watching.